New episode, new adventures. In the middle of nowhere, Bosnia-Herzegovina. Just only car on the road here. And of course another battle damaged house. Definitely tank fire. Got really battered up. Like, also on the telephone poles up there. Lots of bullet holes. So yeah, rural Bosnia-Herzegovina. Oh yeah, beautiful mountains there in the back. It's a total different side than Croatia, where we just came from. Food is really good, you pay nothing. It's amazing they can make it for that price, so the belly is full. And let's move on. So yeah, I was just dancing in the field because said we were in the middle of nowhere in Bosnia-Herzegovina, and suddenly the road turns into this. This is actually the road that Google Maps sent me on, so I'm really surprised by this. And this is gonna be for the next hour, I think. So always exciting with the tires. We'll see where we end up with this van. This is unbelievable. Seen a lot in my life, but roads like this is just mad. Oh well, I guess speed is everything here. Yeah, this is mad shit. Ah, look at this. Why did I take this road? Thank you, Google Maps. Oh my god. At least some houses or something like that. So people do actually live here. That surprises me because there's nothing here. But fuck all. I'm happy if we reach our location from today, I can tell you that. Really had to show you this amazing view. As said, in the middle of nowhere, no people to be found there. Almost lost, but just this view was worth it. Crazy shit, really. Reminds me of the outback in Australia, only worse. Then I had a 4-wheel drive. Now I've got a Volkswagen Transporter. Forest to the left, big ravines on the right. This road down was tricky. I'm glad we made it. Thank you, Google Maps. And here, the gorgeous hotel room in Mostar.
Welcome to our new room. Again, 2 beds. Pretty.
on the road to Srebrenica, but I saw this little market here in Mostar, so I had to stop. So I'm gonna go on a little hunt and maybe find some militaria here. In the end, there were too many dodgy Balkan people here, so I didn't want to record that much. But yes, typical Balkan market. One big mess, piles of crap to be found. Okay, awesome gear I found here on the Balkan market. For the collection, just the ammo box, Yugoslavian. We all know them. Funny piece, I think it was like €7 or something. That's fair price for me. Can't get it open yet, but you know, funny piece, original. And we found some awesome Hofbrauhaus. Thing is, last time when we were in Munich, I wanted to buy a couple, but these are like from the official makers, and I think you pay like 35 or something for them. We got 3 for I think €7. So that, for me, a funny deal, you know. I will gift some with some orders. And of course, the one and only original Hugo Boss.
Hogo. Hogo boos.
Hugo Boss. Exactly. Total shit, but it smells the same. And like €10. You know the deal in these countries. Fake as shit, but funny, you know. It smells good. And of course, awesome Modric t-shirt. Croatia, always wanted one. Probably also fake, doesn't matter. And well, my prime piece, as I'm in the Balkan now, bloody tracksuit from Bosnia-Herzegovina. Awesome, I love it. I'm gonna wear it with pride. Adidas slippers underneath. I'm gonna be the man in Europe, trust me. All these Balkan chicks will be like, whoa, who's this guy? How you doing? So yeah, so far the market there, lots of garbage, but there's always, you know, funny stuff to find, especially if you're a tourist. So now finally move on, because we got a long trip ahead. Homemade beef pies. My mama. Good stuff. Cute little restaurant here. On the way to Srebrenica.
Good.
The belly full, and well, it was needed because the roads just kept getting worse and worse. I had not expected this. But yeah, rural Bosnia-Herzegovina. Not many tourists go to these areas. Of course, we do. On our way to our first stop, trying to find the monument for the Dutch soldier who lost his life here. The monument is slightly taken care of by the people who live in the house close to it. Right now we're at the monument from Ravi van Rense. He died here during the Srebrenica encirclement. This was the first post that got attacked, and it was the start from the fall of Srebrenica. We're gonna go up the mountain, go to hopefully see the point Foxtrot, and after that we go to the monument and Potocari, the city close by where the headquarters was. And yeah, very interesting to be here, honestly. Yeah. On our way to Foxtrot, the outpost. Family who always lived in the house close to where most likely Raviv died. The woman was actually sitting there, so that was really strange. She tried to say something about the war. I think that her house got destroyed. The house indeed is still there, destroyed. This is the road the guys took after they were forced to abandon their post, having to leave all their weapon and gear behind. I think there's a famous video of one of these generals pulling that same vehicle out again. Yes. It's a really country road here. I'm not sure if we can get there. Apparently it's still loads of mines here, but people are working in the forests. So we'll see how far we can get with the van. I'll say this is the biggest adventure I ever took this van on. I'm glad I put new tires on there. So we're gonna reach the top of the mountain, hopefully. It saves us a walk because our time is short. The roads are terrible here, so we want to at least leave the area before it's getting dark. And of course the outpost is high on the mountain, so it's a bit of a drive. So far so good. We're able to make it. Jolanda had a bit more trouble getting through the woods here, so take the camera from her so she can focus on the walking. Tip, wil je voeten zo optillen inderdaad, dan
Ja, natuurlijk.
stamp je het plat in plaats van mee. Ah, het valt mee, schat. Yeah. Fences here, made from material from the OP. Let's get there. There is somewhat a small path here, but yeah, it's not your average walk to reach it. On the way to outpost Foxtrot. It should be on top of the hill here. I see here barbed wire from the outpost. surrounding it. Pause here. Yeah, babe, this is all material from the post, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Hier is het even vervelend hoor. Ah, wow. Here it is, babe. Hmm?
Help.
Why? Yeah, you can get through.
Ja,
Why?
ik zit vast.
Wedges. You're good.
Hoe harder ik ga trekken. Oh, nou zit hij weer vast.
Ja. Yes. Post Foxtrot. At least what is left of it. So this was their, wow. So this is what, yeah, crazy. Somebody left a sticker there, veterans. So yeah, Dutch history I can say up here. Of course back then all the wheat was down here and the tank drove up. They forced the guys out. Just some cabins, of course. This was on the outside a bit more defended, but against the tank this was useless, so guys gave up and were allowed to leave after leaving all their weapons and safety gear behind. And then on the way back towards the base, 2 villages down the road, they got stopped by a roadblock. Or well, that was a little bit down there, and something happened there, still unsure, but most likely a grenade was thrown at him. He was wounded and died on the way towards the Dutch base. Small shed up here. Still the sandbags laid down there by the boys. Really weird to see this. Lettering BH UNC 40433. So standing here in Observation Post Foxtrot, one of the first posts that got overrun by the Serbian army in 1995 during the encirclement of Srebrenica and the massacre that happened after that. 6 Dutch guys were located here. Tanks drove up and they had no chance of fighting, so they were able to surrender after leaving their weapons. And yes, this is the exact location, pretty much the start of the massacre of Srebrenica, which happened here. Some of the cabins they lived in. Over there you still see an embankment made by the guys. This is some farmer material. And really strange to be at this place here, historical place for the Netherlands. One political failure we can definitely say. Can't really blame the soldiers of what happened here. I believe they were with 800, pretty much against the whole army. They were without tanks, without air support, even though they were promised air support. Two Dutch F-16s eventually did drop 2 bombs, but it even brought them in more trouble. So yeah, they were pretty much with their hands in the air, seeing how the civilian population, which all gathered in this area, because this was a safe zone from the United Nations, they could just watch and see how the men got separated from the women. And I believe definitely around 8,000 men died, and in the weeks following just massacres happened everywhere in the forests and towns here. So yeah, very interesting place to visit. Standing on the embankment. All this would have been cut down, of course. And there the post again. It would have been higher. Would have been vision on top. But this gives you an idea of the location. It's really strange driving into Srebrenica as the Serbian flag is hanging high up there, as this part became part of Republic Srpska. The current mayor of the city of Srebrenica is actually denying a genocide ever happened here. We are now making our way to Potocari. It's a small village behind Srebrenica, where the former United Nations headquarters was located, and where at one point all the refugees were gathered and the women and men got separated, and terrible things unfolded there under the eyes of the United Nations, who could not or not wanted to stop this. Now a small video tour on the compound, which is public accessible. The museum is on the left side. Unfortunately, it's closed in the weekends, but up here you're free to walk, and loads of battle damage, and it's hard to imagine that at one point there were like 15,000 people at this location. I have combined this part of the video with original wartime footage from Srebrenica. Slušaj, jeste vi sad računa već se moram puniti? Ajde, puno.
Može moj, ali jedno i to pasno. Može negdje otvoriti. Što potpuno Pandurevića ne snima?
Dakle, ljudi, dobro će nas je.
Brže, ajde,
Ajde, ta idi ti, neki ide te tamo, kam. Idu kam, tamo.
Gdje isme, drvo? Gdje isme?
Kukaš neću, ali koristim.
Nema puška, nema panika. Okay? Nema puška, nema panika. Slušajte dobro. Nemate potrebe da galamite, da bježite, da vrištite. Što nema? Neće ništa raditi.
Malo koji šta si?
Bježali kuda?
Odak. Je li naša Zorka kamo?
Pa Zoka, ja mislim da je on tu negdje na ovom dijelu, ovaj deo, gore od Kizmića.
Radi se po mom naređenju, našim komandant najmanje zanima, trcat ćemo svi koji žele.
This says that all of the people that get the process, all these things they're doing by his orders.
And here the memorial for all the victims. That was it for Srebrenica. We had to make our way back to Sarajevo, so we would be back at the hotel before the sun went down. We came across many memorials in the small villages. Here is one example from it. And if you see the dates, especially left bottom, you'll see 1991, 1995. He was 4 years old. So far our trip to Srebrenica, really impressive I must say, going through all these small villages, loads of battle damage. We didn't record much of that, as yeah, especially on this side with the genocide which took place, we found it somewhat inappropriate. Dutch soldier that died over here, and we couldn't really find it, so we parked the car next to a house. There was a young lady working, well, young, I guess 10 years older than me. So I asked her if she knew the monument, and yeah, she knew it. Wait, and I'll get my mom. This old lady sitting next to the monument, eating the grapes which are falling from the tree there, and she showed us the direction. One big smile. So yeah, that was really awkward because she lived through the war. She also tried to explain that yeah, her house got destroyed in that period. And so yeah, anyway, we took off on the mountain, and there was her son working, and it was really strange. The woman was kind of like really happy to see us. Of course she knew we were Dutch, and her son, in the 2 times that we saw him, did not give us a single hand, smile, or even a look at us. There was like a really big difference between the women living there and the men, and I guess the war has something to do with it, especially the history the Dutch have in that area. So yeah, that was very interesting to see that the women, I guess they approach it, at least the one we've met, approach it in a total different way than the men. Which is, I guess, somewhat understandable. But that was really interesting to see, especially because it was right next to the monument. After that, we tried to go to the museum. Unfortunately, it's closed in the weekend. So if you want to go there, do it from Monday till Friday, I guess. Because on Saturday or Sunday, they're simply closed. After that, we visited the large monument where about 9,000 victims of this, well, genocide or slaughter, pretty sure we can say, were buried. All men, because all the men were gathered in Srebrenica. The women, they were put on buses and in general transported somewhere else. So yeah, some say that all these men were combat men, but when you go through the ages, there are children from 3 till 6, in between them. Also at the smaller memorials here in the villages, there are women, children names, same story, 3, 4, 5 years old. You're not gonna tell me that these kids are combat soldiers. So I guess there's a lot of speculation on that, but I guess we can all agree on one thing, that a genocide or a slaughterhouse, even if it were soldiers who were taken captive, is not very appropriate to do. And then I say it in a very decent way. I guess only maniacs do that. We saw it in World War II also. In a war we somehow gotta have certain rules, and in this war, in these areas, all rules were broken on all sides. So let that be clear, there's not one side who did everything correctly. And that's why I wanted to at least show you this area and Srebrenica, so that hopefully you can learn from it, or go to Google and check out what happened. There's a lot of information to find, a lot of original footage. World War II is long ago, but the people that we meet here, even the younger adults, well, what's a young adult? I call myself that. I'm almost 39, if I'm not already. Not yet. Thanks, yo. So, you know, but 40, 45 years old, they all lived through it here. Even the people from my age, I guess I was 9, something like that, when the war broke out, or at least in that area. So everybody here has got something to do with it. And I guess you can really feel that and notice that. So yeah, if we want to learn from wars, I guess this is a very good one to look at. Especially with all the religions fighting each other and first working together and then fighting each other again, and this whole process is still going on, and you can really feel that tension between the people and all the villages we go through. This one has this flag hanging and the next village has a different flag hanging there, a different church or a mosque, or it's just sometimes really hard to understand. So now we're gonna close it down, at least in this area. We did not have expected to go here, but we saw an opportunity, so we took it because it was still always on my list to visit. So now we're going to Sarajevo, of course, very famous city, as it got surrounded, I believe, for what, 3 years, even longer than Stalingrad, longer than Leningrad. So it was besieged for a very long time, and we're gonna check out some battle damage. We're gonna visit some of these abandoned Olympic sites, and then it's time to head back to Mostar, and we're almost gonna end our trip, I guess. Then we still head into Croatia, but then we really have to get back to Austria and get back home, get back to work. And during this whole trip I definitely learned how to drive Balkan style, and while avoiding cows, that's one thing you should get familiar with, as you can see up here. So, why are you late? Cows on the road. When you're in a traffic jam because there are flock cows on the road. This shit is epic. Look, cows. What is this shit? Really? How Balkan can it be, eh? Look at that. Oh, he's fucking have sex. Oh yeah, he's humping her. Well, just arrived at Sarajevo, and what a chaos is this city already. I don't know where this road is gonna send me. I've got no space, my van is way too big. But so far it's a gravesite. Yeah, I guess, yeah. If I'm looking at the dates, all from the war, mostly what we see here, this is just mad. And this is everywhere in Sarajevo, yeah, these makeshift funeral grounds, because people needed to get buried. And this is one example of it in the middle of the city. Crazy. These turns. This Google Maps want to give me is mad. Like, I've got a turn to make here. I have to cut my car in two. Look, I have to go to the right there. Look at that shit. Look, it wants me to go fucking here. Look, I can't even fucking make it. Hey, Dutch guy, de groot. Small world. Funny.
The battery can die any minute now.
Great. That's okay. We're almost there. Battle damage everywhere. So yeah, Sarajevo. Crazy to drive with the car, especially in the old parts of the city. in Sarajevo. Behind me is the place where that Austro-Hungarian guy got shot and World War I somewhat started. Mama.
Non ti faccio vedere, guarda. Stanno meglio contenti. Guarda.
So, what do you think of Sarajevo?
It's too soon to tell.
Oh, yeah, it's very busy and one big mess. So we're in the, I guess people call it beautiful Sarajevo. But maybe we are here too short, just one night. Yo is it too. But so far the city is pretty shit. Annoying kids, annoying people, dumbass tourists.
A lot of trash.
A lot of trash, crazy traffic. Everything looks to be like fucking out of control here. And not our favorite city to visit, that's for sure. We had food, we had beer, that's cool. It's nice watching people. Like you got a lot of people in burqa, but also a lot of wiggle. Yeah. So it's a big mix of people here. And whoa, yeah, see, you can do like a man spa there. It's fucking nice too. Like ladies from the man spa, they will do like massage and everything for you. And yeah, Sarajevo. I don't know.
I do know, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, tomorrow we're gonna check out some Olympic stuff.
Ah, we've been here. Check.
Yeah, I've got a fucking cool magnet. Wait. It's a quality magnet piece. I can open beer with it. Like, choop, choop. I guess that's the most positive thing about Sarajevo, having my magnet put on my fridge. Yeah, and tomorrow check out some old school Olympic shit. Because somehow they still celebrate the Olympic stuff here. Yeah, we'll walk through traffic. Yeah, I'll show you. Well, the most beautiful thing so far we've seen from the city, it's like the neon lights. It's really super cool. Look like Sarajevo. It's a bit like the Amsterdam thing, only it's I guess it's
Pretty.
Sarajevo style, you know, like, yeah. Beautiful building though, it looks a bit like Arabic castle, pretty cool. I think now we wanna sleep and you wanna get the camera, she's gonna do it. Anyway, look, that one is gonna wake us up tomorrow morning. It's gonna go like alla balla balla balla. That's fucking cool. It's like little Ankara here. Never been to a Muslim country. It's not really like, it's a mix and that's pretty cool. I like that actually. Got like everything mixed up, right? So you're like drinking a beer and then a burqa walks by. And then like these hot chicks walk by and like...
He means me.
Yeah, exactly. But no, yeah, that's cool, you know, and that's all happening here. And
Oh, what a pretty van.
yeah, fucking epic. Look at how I parked. parking master, I can tell you that. And that's a cool thing about, I think in general, Bosnia-Herzegovina. You have a big mix-up. Of course it's getting darker now. Of course it can also give a lot of shit, as we've seen in the past. But I guess let's hope that we'll get better and that people will learn to live with each other. That's a really positive message, right? Yeah, I guess that's all I've got to say about Sarajevo at the moment. I'm gonna wish you good night. And that's no coincidence. That's 2 nights in a row, number 7.
Yeah, I thought the same.
Because. Lucky number 7.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
this is it. So.
Our Balkan room.
Yeah.
No, only one tower. That's a terrible joke. I know.
Wish the people good night.
Yeah, no, it's time.
Yeah. So. Good night.